Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to make cinnamon rolls. They take less than 2 hours to do. You don't need a mixer. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. So the first thing we're going to need is 3 cups of flour. We're going to need half a cup of sugar, and I've added it here. Also to that, we're going to add 2 packets of active dry yeast. And then next, we need a little salt. All right, so we've mixed the dry ingredients, and now it's time to add the liquid ingredients. So the first thing we're going to do, and we're going to add a whole cup of milk. We are going to make sure that it is at least 110 degrees. Next, we are going to add 6 tablespoons of vegetable oil. All right, so you saw me with the whisk earlier, and when you get to this point in mixing, it's good not to use a whisk because you're not going to be able to mix very long. So I use the handle of a long spoon, and we just start mixing and just trying to fold that flour into the mixture. And then the next thing we're going to add 2 eggs at room temperature. As you can see, the dough looks a lot better. It actually looks like dough now. So we're ready to start the kneading process. All right, so finishing up the kneading process, you just kind of want to form this into a ball, kind of like this. So this is it. This is the dough. Put it in there, put it right here in the middle, and you're going to cover it up, and you're going to let it do a quick rise for 10 minutes. All right, so while the dough is rising, we're going to make the filling. All right, so our dough has had at least a 10-minute rise. And we're going to take our dough over to a different board. I'm going to put a little flour out as I get my dough here. And we are going to cut this dough in 2. All right, because again, we're making 2 batches. One of these, put it there, and we're going to get this one ready to roll out into some amazing cinnamon rolls. So again, I'm going to put some more flour down on here, and we're just going to try to spread it out a little bit. We want it to be kind of a rectangular shape if we can. So we'll spread out the corners, just work the corners out some. All right, now I've got my rolling pin. One thing you need to be sure of with your rolling pin is that your kids haven't been playing Play-Doh with the rolling pin before you try to make cinnamon rolls, because Play-Doh doesn't really taste good. So this rolling pin was just washed. And you're just gonna roll it. Now that the dough is rolled out in sort of a rectangle, it's not a perfect rectangle. So what we've done, because we do have the dairy allergy in our house, we use this Country Crock for butter here. We're just going to take our spatula and spread it. You're gonna take your cinnamon brown sugar mixture and you're just gonna sprinkle it all over this thing, okay? All right, so once you've got enough on here to satisfy the perfectionist in your family, then you should be ready to roll it. And again, rolling it, be really careful, just, you know, come up underneath it, try to make sure that it's pretty even on this side, and you're just gonna roll it. Don't get in a hurry, okay? All right. Well, here's the really amazing part. And what you want to do is cut this right down the middle. So I'm just gonna cut it right here. So I have a silicone baking pan and we're going to spray some of this cooking spray onto it. All right, so the cinnamon rolls have been rising in the oven. You can see they've been rising. They are a little bit bigger. They are just about filling out that pan. So now we are going to set the oven for 350 and bake them. All right, so the oven is at 350 now. So we are going to put the cinnamon rolls in. Okay, so we've got a house full now. They've smelled the cinnamon rolls cooking, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove them at this time. Okay, we've got 2 cups of confectioner's sugar in the bowl. We've got half a teaspoon of vanilla. Add to it. And then we're going to add milk slowly to the mixture. And we're mixing as we add it in. This is for the frosting. Alright, so we've mixed it a couple minutes, got a nice texture here. We're just going to drizzle it on top of the cinnamon rolls. Alright, so I have 2 test tasters picked out here who are going to sample the cinnamon rolls and tell us what they think. So go ahead, we've got Sky and Lily. So what's your opinion?
Good.
What about you, Sky?
100 billion jillion stars. Thanks.
All right.